There, welcome back to Torment Tides of Numenera. The sorrow is following us, and we need to make for the exit, and the exit is here actually. We need to get into this thing and then somehow miraculously get saved. To do this, we have to activate that thing. We can't remove these things, so we have to eat the sorrow fire. Nothing can be done now. Don't waste your time. Go off and be someone else's hero. Yeah, indeed. We must run because we're nearly dead already. We die this time, it will be for real, I guess. And they are much better at fighting the sorrow than we are. So, I mean, I guess there could be some people who could go for the sorrow at this point, but it's not us. We need to go activate this thing as quickly as we can. Run towards this. Far away, too far away.
Yes. Perfect. I feel like I can take on the world.
See, can you reach that?
Yes, child. Well, I feel better.
Nice. Nice and sweet, but can we remove these rocks? I feel we have to do this. Quick fingers, clear the debris around the sparking tube. 55. We need to do this twice, so we have 0, we have 1 used, 2 used, 3 used, so we can do that again if need be. Rin made it. Avoiding the sputtering energy, you remove several heavy stones from the pile. Exposed synth tubes flash as some of the heavier rocks fall into them and disintegrate with a hiss. The remaining rubble rests precariously on a single round hunk of stone, and it dissolves. Oh my, we need to hurry so much. Thankfully there's another cast-off that the sorrow can eat. Shouldn't say this, but actually thankful. Hi, bear. We need to go move through this thing and to here, or to this place. Can we move through here somehow? Clear of the smaller debris, you can see that the boulders blocking your path lie gingerly on a broken column. Formerly buried conduit crackles with energy below the stones. Try to lever the rocks free. We'll do that. 80%. Here we go. Oh, nice. Stat pools restored. You pick up a meter-long length of synth and eyeball the pile's center of gravity. With a quick jab, you set the pole under the rocks, hop up and press down. The mount crashes into the synth lattice and atomizes. The last of the rocks buries the device. Critical success. Rayma Syro is getting pounded on. We should have fled already. This is getting quite not so nice. Oh, we're free here. We'll move into this, but our stat pools are full. We should try to remove that thing. smash the smaller rocks to free the boulders. But we cannot. We need to step away. Ah, that's so terrible. That's so terrible! We interact here. Can we interact here? No.
Yes, child.
Let's try this.
Well, I feel better.
Oh. We cannot smash the rocks. Is it Rin's turn now? Yeah, Rin, you need to be quick. Go in there. You're full of everything still. Good luck, Rin. Move through it. You can do it. Tibia, come on. Go away. Thankfully, there's still Ramasiro holding it when the sorrow comes. Oh no. Ah! Tibia! Come on. You can make it. You can make it. Run! Run, run, run. Where can you run? Can you run here? Can you run here? No. You can run here.
Never felt better than I do right now.
Oh, that's a slaughter. Can't do anything, we got to run. Andronos, the hero. Eliminating one of the sorrow fragments, I believe. But it cannot be done. Our turn now.
Yes.
Run! Make it for the exit. Even as the heat of the fire cracks and blisters skin, the air around this structure feels damp and pregnant. It pulses in a way it hasn't before, some kind of reaction to the sorrow's presence. As it is approached, three bone-like handles curl out of the structure as if in greeting. That certainly didn't happen before. A telepathic whispering begins. A cold, cacophonous chittering is clear despite the roaring flames all around. Something is alive inside this thing. Force a connection with the mind inside the pyramid. Cannot do that. Why not? Oh, we can only do that in the next round. We've moved too far. Can Calistique do it?
In an instant. Perfect.
Turn the nearest bone? No. Can't do it. Run! 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 Small cast-offs coming with us.
Of course. I feel like I can
Could
take on the world.
Rin do it? Yeah, turn the nearest bone. Lever rotates slowly across the face of the structure, lubricated by a mucus film. It locks into place and withdraws into the pyramid. The cacophonous chittering grows louder. Two bones still protrude from the structure. They're moving back and forth. My goodness. Sorrow is coming. Removing protection. Oh, come on, stop, 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 stop. You're not allowed to move so quickly. Ah! cartilaginous joints remain extended from the base of the structure. The cacophonous chittering has grown even louder. Turn another lever. 2 seconds of pushing ratchets the joint into place. It slides soundlessly into the pyramid. The psychic noise grows even more painful, more eager. Only one lever remains unturned. This needs to save us, or we're done for. We'll force a connection with the mind inside the pyramid.
Can't die.
Reach out with the tides, pulling the psyche inside this device closer. The screeching, moaning, crying voices nearly deafen you, crushing your head with psychic pressure. When you think you can't handle it anymore, the mind lashes out at you, breaking open the cage that contains it. The bones glide languidly into place, then disappear into the structure. A voice or 1,000 voices moan in your head. The pyramid peels open, a swirl of trans-dimensional energy and biological fluids blossoming inside. A portal with something else waiting on the other side. You can only hope it's not worse than the sorrow that hunts you here.
I'm ready to learn something new.
The interior of the pyramid swirls with a mysterious energy. A loud, plaintive chittering beckons.
I'm ready to learn something new.
Before you can react, a powerful gravitic force yanks you and your companions into the structure. Away from the horrors of Mir West, it wrenches the other surviving cast-offs inside as well, hurling them to other places beyond your reach, and you suddenly find yourself somewhere else. A pull through the feretory, and the world goes dark. Your sense of sight has suddenly failed. You try to move your limbs and find yet that you cannot. You're alone, cut off from everyone else. You sense the terrifying presence of the sorrow as it surges through the portal behind you. Knowing you are trapped, it reaches out and is hurled back, shrieking in fury. Its cries vanish at once, as if an impermeable wall has suddenly been raised between you. In the instant before that happens, however, you sense the roiling, nauseating shape of its mind through your place in your mind where resides, and pain mingled with a wordless rage. Terrible new sound fills your ears, a chittering, whispering cacophony. Something probes at the edges of your mind, something vast and incomprehensible. Could focus on the chittering sound and try to understand it. That's what we would do. You concentrate upon the chittering, whispering sound, trying to discern what it wants. At the start you realize that you're being studied, poked and prodded. It's about to get a lot worse. The probing of your consciousness grows more insistent. Thoughts and emotions rise unbidden, only to be pushed aside in quick succession with a searing pain. Something forces deep into your mind. You scream in agony. Memories flash past your eyes, beyond your control, tearing from one to the next. Then without warning it stops. You feel a sudden sense of recognition. And perhaps surprise, the chittering fades and you slowly wake. What is it? Where are we? Are we in the bloom? Drakugan. What is this? What new treasure is here for me to find? A friendly voice booms. Opening your bleary eyes, you see an earnest, grey-skinned non-human with a toothy smile. He's tall and wide across the shoulders and exudes great strength. His hands terminate in long claws. Scanthal's that tattoo. Another of the changing god's children has made her way here. It's been a long time. But where are my manners? My name is Trakugan, and you're in the bloom, though I dare say you didn't expect to arrive here quite like this. Oh, perception. His voice is warm and welcoming. There's something about this tone that suggests something more predatory. And thought his castles always find the most exciting curios for me. Studies you briefly, his eyes roving across your body with practiced ease. Do you have questions? Perhaps I can answer them for you. Tiber whispers in your ear. Don't do it, lass. He's never friendly unless he wants something from you. And you do not want him to want anything from you. Tibia, old friend, the tone of his voice is avuncular. His smile wide. How are you? He holds up a finger. Actually, we should wait a moment to catch up. I must first engage your compatriot. I have some pressing business that simply cannot wait. I'm sure you'll understand. He turns back to you. Wow. How did I get here? All I did was touch the ferritory. You don't remember? A pity. It must have been something to experience. If you'd come down from the Memovera's fortress or along one of the roadways, you know the path you took. Pathways of the Bloom are strange, and not all its roads are pleasant. Well, I felt others pulled into the ferritory with me. Where are they? Who knows? The Bloom's motivations are inscrutable, and its tendrils pass through countless worlds and dimensions. You were brought here by the Bloom itself, then these others you speak of would literally be anywhere. Like these shadow dancers here. What were those voices? The Bloom is a living creature with a reach across dimensions. Its consciousness, if I may use that term, is unlike anything we know. So unless I miss my guess, what you heard were some of the many voices of the Bloom. Well, tell me about yourself, okay, if you can. Dracogan swells with momentary pride. I am Dracogan. I am the man who can find what you need, even if you don't know you need it. I deal in information, and I pay those who work for me handsomely. Ask anyone here, and they'll tell you I trade fairly. You could also ask your friend Tibia there what happens to those who try to cross me, but I don't think that the relationship starts best with threats. We should work from a common interest. Perhaps you can do something for me. Pinches back and manages a weak smile. Crossing Dracogan. A bad idea, yes. And so what do you want from me, Tibia? Oh, Tibia said that, yeah. What do you want from me, Dracogan? A business proposition, my friend. I wish to prove my value to you, and then you can provide value in return. I trade in information, favors, and Numenera, and it so happens I know about you and your kind. You're a cast-off of the changing god, an old acquaintance of mine. Indeed, I have known a number of your brethren. I even know about Mirlavest, your secret refuge. So ask, and I will do what I can to provide answer. Tibia groans. Make no deal, lass. Getting crossways with Dracogan is a quick way to an early grave. And it don't matter if you're on the up or not. An honest mistake, a simple misunderstanding of the terms of the agreement, and you're vanished. Walk away, girl, walk away. No, Tibia. I thought our arrangement worked out nicely. You certainly came out ahead. Well, we want to know. We want to know. So we'll ask a question, right? What do you know about cast-offs? I have met your sire. I know that he makes and discards you. I know that the sorrow pursues the changing god and destroys his cast-offs as a consequence. He smiles. I know more, but my trade is information. We'll speak more of what I know later, perhaps. And thoughts, I know you are hunted by what might be considered a natural enemy of the Bloom. The sorrow is an enemy to the Bloom, so the Bloom must be our ally, right? Most cast-offs prefer not to come to the Bloom. It's a great predator, you know, and something about the psychic energies of your kind seems to have a great appeal to it. Perhaps some residue of your sire's life. I'm here looking for the first cast-off. He's been dead for over a century. Have you tried a tomb? Oh, okay, fine. If I were looking for a random cast-off in the bloom, where would I start? Always ask questions. Don't give anything. Very good indeed. You declare one thing, I declare another, and so you find a way to sidestep my denial. I concede in the face of your surety that my information may be incorrect. I do not have your answer, but I know one who might. And thought she's very confident in her information. How intriguing. Wanted to know anything about the bloom? You should speak to its ruler, the Memovira. Tell me about the Memovira, please. Hard, ruthless woman. She holds control of the bloom because it favors her. She uses this advantage to dominate the trade routes and control access to the moors that lead to other worlds. The moors are closing, and thus her funds are dwindling. Alright, where can I find the Memovira? Inside her fortress, but she has locked her gates to outsiders, while she considers the problems that face her only those who can provide something of value to her. Get in now. Dracogan bows, like me. I see. So, what do you want in exchange for an introduction to the Memovira? I once had claim to an artifact, but it was spirited away to a place called the Ascension of Caxliandish, a realm of crystalline beauty. I need that artifact back. It's called the Magmatic Amulet, a circlet of dark, healing material. It is of great interest to me. Great interest. I believe that you may be uniquely suited to retrieve it. He bows. Find it, bring it to me, and I guarantee you an audience with the Memovira. How do I get to this ascension? Follow the caravan road to the trade post. You will find a moor there. It will take you to the ascension. Scanthalson, or rather, it did. That's why I'm sending you, cast-off. Your kind always finds a way toward your sire's footsteps. So what's a moor? A moor is one of the many mouths of the bloom, reaching its tendrils through the dimensions. Some enterprising individuals travel these tendrils, exploring new worlds and bringing back strange and wondrous items for trade. And what if I decline? Just for... He shrugs. You won't get into the Memovira's fortress, and most likely you'll be devoured by the bloom. Nothing left of you but memories of what could have been. As with all things, that is your choice. I thought a stubborn one, this, but give her time. No doubt she'll come back. Again gestures toward the large open chamber behind him. Ask around. You'll find that I trade fairly. You'll also find that I brook no deceit. He stifles a yawn. But I have other business to attend to. If you wish to gain access to the Memovira, you had best go.
I'll remember that.
Remember the Magmatic Amulet from the Ascension. Dracogan turns to Tibia. And now, old friend, let us resume our acquaintance, shall we? How is Ovinia? Did you have a joyful reunion? Tibia's jaw drops. His face goes pale. I don't. How do you know? How do you know? His eyes seek yours in mute appeal as his tangled questions take his breath from him, leave him for once speakless. Scan thoughts. Ovinia and Dracogan. How, oh gods, the ring? Tibia, who's Ovinia? Former lover, forget it. Come on now, don't sell your epic short, Tibia. This was a love for the ages. He claps your companion on the shoulder and turns to you. Let me tell you, the two of them were inseparable. Inseparable. But somehow they parted, lost track of one another. Ovinia came to me a year ago, asking me about Tibia. He came to me, you see, because the two of them shared, let's call them, mind-link rings. Well, Tibia gave his ring to me for legal and moral considerations. Shortly afterward, he hooved it for the city above. Foolishly, I turned the device off as I was examining it, and poor Ovinia thought his lover dead. His lover. He came running, begging my help. Well, it seems that Ovinia has broken his word to me. And thought I turned it off on purpose. I was curious who would link themselves to him. Tibia, Ovinia would never do that, Tibia says hotly, then flushes. He's a man of his word, and well, you have to admit that you do have a fearsome reputation, and Ovinia wouldn't want to cross you. Rakogan taps his chin. This does present a problem, then. Ovinia pledged a year of service to me in exchange for certain information, and well, now he's vanished. I thought of using the paired mind link ring you gave me as a collateral in order to track him down, but then realized that anything could have befallen the poor man here in the bloom, and besides, who am I to stand between two long-lost lovers? Perhaps you might be more inclined to seek him out than I.
Making a note.
So, here. You can have your ring back. May it be useful to you. Look at that ring. It smiles to you and bows. My apologies, but I simply had to make sure of Tibia and Ovinia. I do look forward to hearing the successful resolution of our agreement. Scan thoughts. If he didn't run off, I wonder what happened to him and whether anybody crossed me. Look at the details of this thing. The ring is plain and tarnished. Tibia rubs it with his thumb constantly, spinning it around his finger. Well, that's going to be interesting, right? We're in the bloom now. That seems to be slaves of the Numenera. There's exiles. There's a whole new area to discover. We'll do that in the next episode. Have a great time until then, and happy gaming. This is Imran Rakan signing out. Oh, we'll also level up, of course. See you soon.